14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 books. Hello my little raindrops, welcome back or welcome home. My name is Desiree and I have a huge stack of books. Okay, let me put this down. So, hi! If you are new here, my name is Desiree. I have a book buying problem and I love to share it with you all. But for today's video, we are doing another book haul, and I do realize that I did a book haul in January of the 25 books I bought in January. And, you know, we are March 4th and I bought all of this within a week. We're gonna go through it together so that I don't feel as guilty and so that I can recommend some books, I guess, to you guys. So I will try to go in like somewhat of an order to show you what I got yesterday, what I got today, and what I got a couple days ago. Some fun context for you guys. I went to the bookstore yesterday. I actually recorded a bookstore vlog while I was there, which I posted last week, so if you'd like to watch that, I will put it. I never know if it's there or there, but anyways, it will be up here somewhere as well as in the description if you want to watch it. And then this morning I had to bring my boyfriend into town because he's taking a flight for a military training, so I had to bring him over. And since I was there and tomorrow I'm going home for a week, I thought, why not go make some more damage? So I also went to the bookstore today. I'm starting to see that this is an actual issue, but it's fine. And I also received 3 books by the mail. Like I ordered them on Amazon a little while ago. These came in like 2 or 3 days ago. So that's that. And then last week I bought these, which will be another stack we're going to talk about. Today I bought these, which is another stack we're going to talk about. And then yesterday I bought these as well as this. We're going to hop right into it, starting with the books that I ordered from Amazon. So the first one is The Stranger by Albert Camus? I don't know, but this is a classic. So I follow a few influencers on Instagram and they all strongly recommend this classic for people who are not really like all that into reading classics but would like to broaden their language and just kind of get into reading more classics. And I really want to broaden my language, so I've been buying a couple classics here and there, but it takes time for me to read them, right? Because the language is different. It takes more time to like fully absorb everything that's going on and to fully kind of like do the translation from this old English to how we speak now. But this one was highly recommended, so I got it. I have no idea what it's oh, it's about a murder? About a murder in Algeria. Albert Camus's spare, laconic masterpiece about a murder in Algeria is famous for having diagnosed with clarity that condition of reckless alienation and spiritual exhaustion that characterized so much of 20th century life. Interesting. I bought this without even knowing what it was about. It's fine. I got it. Next, I bought a book I've been wanting for quite literally a year, and for some reason, every single time I order on Amazon, I don't buy it because I keep trying to convince myself that it's gonna magically appear on the shelves at my local chapters. It never does. They don't have all that much variety at my local chapters, and it's rather sad, but it's okay. I finally ordered it, and that is Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. This is a second chance love story, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure it is. It went kind of viral, I think it was last year on TikTok. Maybe it didn't go viral, but it did get a lot of attention on social media. They first met 15 years ago when she moved her stuff into the NYU dorm next to his at senior house. So they met in college. 15 years later, they meet again, I'm guessing. It all fell apart. They lost touch the summer after graduation. I didn't see you again until a month ago. It was a Wednesday. You were rocking back on your heels, balancing on that thick yellow line that runs along the subway platform, waiting for the F train. I didn't know it was you until it was too late and then you were gone. Again, you said my name. I saw it on your lips. I tried to will the train to stop just so I could say hello. I might be totally out of my mind, but would you like to get a drink with me and catch up on the last decade and a half? So, I'm very intrigued. A lot of my favorite booktalkers read this last year and really liked it. So I have high hopes for this. Next, I got The Idiot by Elif Batuman. almost 100% sure I mispronounced that. As most of you will probably know by now, I work at Fable, and I also work with Cameron from Chamber of Secret Books on TikTok and Instagram. And she read this like maybe a week ago or so, and she swears by it now. It is one of her ride or dies. It's one of her absolute favorites. And she posted a couple quotes from the book, and I just got so curious about it that I ordered it, and I cannot wait to read this. It is like in my priority list because I need one of those with all the books I buy. The concept itself is also very intriguing. 1995, and emails, the whole thing is completely new. And so Selin, the daughter of Turkish immigrants, arrives for her freshman year at Harvard, where she signs up for classes in subjects she has never heard of. Me. And then she meets a couple classmates, they become friends, and then by accident, she starts corresponding with Ivan, an older mathematics student. So it's kind of a story about confusion of first love, and with the growing consciousness that Selin is doomed to become a writer, and I feel like this will be very interesting. And again, the quotes that Cameron shared, the writing seems very interesting and intriguing, so I'm excited for it. Okay, I had to bring you closer because I couldn't put my back against the wall, and it started hurting very badly. So, The Idiot, this one, I'm very excited for it. And now when I went to the bookstore last week and bought all of these, first thing I got was Love and Focus Volume 1. I absolutely loved this. There's just something very, like, I don't know, it feels like spring. That's the best description I can give of it. So this girl moves away from home to go to a new school where they have a photography club because she has been absolutely smitten by taking photographs since she was a kid. Her grandfather taught her how to take pictures, and so her childhood best friend goes to this school, and so he invites her, and she goes there, and they're living in a in a dorm with other students, which is where she meets this guy. There's kind of a love triangle situation going on here. And turns out it's only a 3-volume series, and they made a complete collection, which I bought yesterday, so we're gonna talk about that a little later. So I started this new thing where if I've been sitting down for an hour, because that's like what most of my life is about, it's being seated for a very long period of time working at a computer, right? Like, my job is online, social media, it's all about being online most of the time. And university, while I do have in-person classes, most of the actual coursework is like online. You can do it at home, you just type away or read your books or whatever. So I'm always sitting down. So I decided that if I've been sitting down for an hour, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna grab a manga, which, like, this takes me like not even 30 minutes to read. And I'm gonna pace my apartment while reading this so that I stand up for longer than 5 minutes and get some steps in and get my body moving. So this is like, these are my workout tools. So I got this and I read it and I absolutely loved it. I mean, I got the rest, right? I also got A Man Called Ovi because I don't know, I saw trailers of the movie and I just really wanted to read the book before watching the movie. So I decided to get it, and I do have, again, a lot of people that I follow that really, really love this book, as well as Frederick's writing in general. They're a big fan of his. Oh, please tell me it peels off nice and easy. Yeah, they do. Nice. Frederick Backman. That is the last name. And then when I went to the bookstore a week ago, I had just finished reading If Cats Disappeared from the World, which is a Japanese literature book. And I just really wanted to get more Japanese lit, so I got 2. Like, they don't have a wide variety at my bookstore, but they had these. And so the first one is All the Lovers in the Night by Miyako Kawakami. And this is... oh my god, that was $40? I really need to start looking at the price tags more often. So, All the Lovers in the Night is an open invitation into the unique fictional world of internationally acclaimed and best-selling author Miyako Kawakami. Insightful, often humorous, and wholly captivating, Lovers mines the complexity of human relationships by recounting the story of a woman who has none. It's a book about the world of work, its vicissitudes, and its joys, and about the ways in which the past insists on shaping our present. And there's a little bit more to it, but I'm very excited about it. I find myself always enjoying Japanese literature. I really like the way they include Japanese myth in most of the books that I've read, I haven't read all that many. I also find that I like Japanese literature more than American or Canadian literature when it comes to talking about life. I find that I like it better. And then the other one I got, also by Miyako Kawakami, is Breasts and Eggs. And now this is a chunkier one, but basically it's about the, you know, the overwhelming pressures associated with adolescence. Then you have the story of these three women. So there's Makiko, who goes to Tokyo to visit her sister, Natsuko, and she's in the company of her daughter. And so you get the story of these three women, how they're coping with, you know, just being women in society, which I am always interested to read about. So I got this one. And then I landed on an Instagram post a couple of weeks back. The account was recommending books to read if you liked this anime or this manga, and The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea was recommended for people who really like Kamisama Kiss, which I recently started rereading the manga. And Kamisama Kiss is one of my, like, it is easily in my top 5 comfort animes, right next to Fairy Tail and Kimi ni Todoke. They're just, it's so good. And so when I saw that this gave the same vibes, I had to buy it. I'm very excited to read this. That was that for when I went a week ago. Now, when I went yesterday, so as I showed you, I got the full collection of Love in Focus, to be continued, and then it continues to the second volume. Let me actually put a bookmark. Oh wait, I read this. Special thanks, my pleasure. I just put a bookmark in there. But this is so sweet, and I love how it's only 3 volumes. I also really love how they have like the full collection. I saved some money by buying this. I wish I had bought it before buying the first volume, but you know what, they have the same cover, but it's fine. I honestly, knowing myself, this is probably gonna be one of my favorites. I might just go back and get the other 2 individuals just to have all of them, but I got that. And then, if you don't know this about me, I am a huge fan of anime, manga, K-dramas, and webtoon. So this entire realm of pop culture was my religion back in high school. It all started off with my brother because he went to Japan. He introduced me to anime back when I was a very little kid. And he introduced me to Studio Ghibli, Spirited Away, favorite movie ever. And from that point onwards, I was just absolutely consumed with anime, manga, Japanese culture, and then it eventually grew into a love for Korean culture and K-dramas and K-pop and reading on webtoon. And one of my favorites on webtoon was True Beauty, and one of my favorite K-dramas is also True Beauty. And I saw a couple days ago that they officially published a graphic novel, like the first volume, and I didn't think they would have it at my local chapters because, again, they don't always have the more popular titles. I went in the manga section and there it was, and I'm so excited to read it. I mean, it feels surreal to see this in my hands, knowing that I would read this on my phone back in high school. Ugh, it's so great. I'm so happy. So I got this, and keeping in the like manga graphic novel thing, I got the visual guide for Your Name by Makoto Shinkai. I actually have one of my followers who went to Barnes & Noble and they saw they had this, and they tagged me in their story, and I was so excited to see it, but also so sad because I figured, oh, this is not something my bookstore is gonna have. It's not something Chapters or Indigo is gonna have. And then I go and it's there. I didn't care it was $40. I just took it and ran. There was only one too, but basically it's not a book. It's really just it explains the art, and it's an official visual guide, right? I feel like I'm gonna come to understand this story even more now that I have this. Wow, I'm just in awe that I have this. Ooh. Oh, it's so pretty. I will be flipping through this over the weekend, that is for sure. Next, I just joined a new club on Fable called the Crow Club, and it's these 2 girls on TikTok that I found a couple weeks back, and they are so great. And they launched their own club on Fable, and their very first book, and the book they're reading for March, is a book that recently came out. Just look at the pretty cover first. And it's called Ravel, so it kind of has this carnival vibe to it, and it is based off Le Moulin Rouge in Paris, which I saw in person a couple years back. But I got this so that I could read along with them. Plus, my boss also asked me to write a blog post on this for this upcoming week, so I got my annotating system ready to go, so I'm gonna start reading this. It's 445 pages, so I'm probably gonna get through this relatively quickly because I started reading it on Fable on the ebook, and it's already so interesting just within the first chapter, so I know this is gonna be promising. How in the world am I gonna make all of this fit in my bookshelf? Okay, next book. I've never heard of this one before, but the cover just drew me in. It is called Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tukolke. I don't know. But look. It's so pretty. The first thing it says, like in the blurb, is every story needs a hero, every story needs a villain, every story needs a secret. Wink Poppy Midnight. And then it says 2 girls, 1 boy, 1 summer, 1 bad thing, what really happened, someone knows, someone is lying. Which, I mean, hello, that sounds so interesting. And again, just the cover, it's so pretty. I mean, there are berries everywhere, the moon, a snake, a really pretty sword, an owl. It's just, it's so pretty. This is exactly the perfect example of I bought it because of the cover. Yes, the blurb, if you can even consider it that, is really intriguing, but I really just bought this because of the cover. We're gonna see how this one is. And then after that, I got Ace of Spades. Oh my god, I just realized it's not Ace of Spades, it's Ace of Shades. I said Ace of Spades in my bookstore vlog, but oops, it's Ace of Shades. I didn't realize, I just thought Ace of Spades. But this is another, like, carnival type thing. Welcome to the city of sin, where casino families reign, gangs infest the streets, and secrets hide in every shadow. Very interesting. I'm very intrigued. And then, again, Cameron, who I work with, recommended Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney to get out of a reading slump, which I am not currently in a slump, thank the heavens, but I did just finish reading, where'd it go? Normal People last week, and I really liked it, so I wanted to try another one of Sally's books. So, got this one because Cameron recommended it, and I trust Cameron with my bookshelf. And then for today, I had a little bit more self-control today. I only bought 4. I bought a new manga. I've never seen this one before, but it's Miss Miyadzen, Would Love to Get Closer to You. It looks really cute, really sweet. I feel like it will be a new, like, comfort manga series. So basically there are 2 high school classmates, and they're polar opposites. They're secretly dying to talk to each other, but their backgrounds are so different they can't seem to strike up a conversation. And why does a simple greeting make the both of them turn red? It's a cute and lighthearted romantic comedy that will have you rooting for the pair to get closer. Why did I just get so dramatic? But I don't know. It just looks super cute, so I got it. After that, again, you know I have an obsession with fae, folklore, all that fun stuff, so I decided to get this by Holly Black because I love Holly's writing about fae, and she's one of my absolute favorite authors when it comes to folklore and fairies and all this very exciting fantasy. One of my absolute favorite YA fantasy series is the Folklore series, so I thought I would get this one because they had it in store, and I felt like it's very pretty. It would look amazing next to all of Holly Black's books because all the covers are rather similar. Got this. I'm excited. Basically, Kay is a modern nomad drifting from place to place with her mother's rock band until an ominous attack forces them back to Kay's childhood home. Her life takes another turn when she stumbles upon an injured fairy knight in the woods. Kay has always been able to see fairies where others could not, and she saves him instead of leaving him to die. But this fateful choice has dire consequences, as Kay soon finds herself the unwilling pawn in an ancient and violent power struggle between 2 rival fairy kingdoms, a struggle that could very well mean her death. Slay, give it to me. And then, when I went to the bookstore yesterday, I saw this book, which in my bookstore vlog, I was like, do I take it? Nah, I want it, but I'll get it again. Couldn't stop thinking about it, so I decided to buy it today. So this is The Sight of You. I mean, the cover is very pretty, isn't it? And so it says it's a love story like no other. Joel is afraid of the future, and since he was a child, he's been haunted by dreams about the people he loves. So they're dreams that have always come true, the good and the bad. So basically, like, he has these, I guess, premonitions about the people he loves. And then Callie can't let go of the past. Since her best friend died, Callie's been lost. She knows she needs to be more spontaneous and live a bigger life, but she just can't find a way back to the person who used to want those things. And then Joel and Callie both need a reason to start living for today. And though they're not looking for each other, from the moment they meet, it feels like the start of something life-changing. They each found their missing piece, until Joel has a vision of how it's going to end. This was not in the romance section, it was in the fiction section, which I know doesn't always speak for the book, but I am excited to see how this goes, how it ends, how I like it, if I cry, if I scream, if I rip the book in two, I don't know, but I'm very excited for it. And then, last but not least, I saw this book in the teen section, Science. It is a StarCrossed novel. Oh, please don't tell me I bought like the second book in a series. No! No! It's book number 4! Please tell me I can read it on its own. Should have looked into it first. I think I can. I'm pretty sure I can. You know what? I'm still gonna read it because I'm insane. A Greek myth retelling type of thing. So it is New York City in 1993. Daphne gets into like this huge struggle that's been waging for 3,300 years without, like, it was not her plan to do so, but anyways, it happens. But Daphne is the daughter of Zeus and the heir of the house of Atreus, and so she gets to where the descendants of the Greek gods can shed blood over her once again. She gets there, and a series of murals painted all over town mysteriously pull at her in ways that she can't understand. And that is because the artist is Ajax Delos, son of Apollo, scion of the house of Thebes, and Daphne's mortal enemy. She found the one worth dying for! Ugh, love enemies to lovers. With the fates manipulating them like pieces on a chessboard, Daphne and Ajax must find a way to break the cycle of destruction set in motion by their ancestors before the walls of Troy, or risk becoming yet another pair of star-crossed lovers doomed to repeat the same fatal mistakes. Like, yes, please! I've been in such a Percy Jackson mood. Oh wait, I'm friends with a girl on TikTok, and I know how much she loves Greek myth, so I'm gonna send this to her right now. I hope she hasn't read it. I love it when I can recommend a book to someone and like they haven't read it yet, and it, like, if it becomes one of their favorites, I cry. Like, it's and so I will definitely be looking into the StarCrossed series to see, like, because I know StarCrossed does not have the same type of cover, and then there's another book in this series that has a matching kind of cover. I don't know, maybe they're just interrelated? I don't know. I will look into it before I read this one because I wouldn't want to mess things up. But those are all the books that I bought in the last week. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 books. You guys, this is bad. I have to stop. Genuinely, I can no longer do this. I must stop. It is actually out of control. But you know what? I can't bring myself to feel guilty about it. I will read all of these eventually, right? Like, it's not a waste. It's not like I'm buying them and they're gonna disintegrate in like a year.
It's gonna be here in hundreds of years, so it's not a waste of money, because I will eventually read them, even if I only read them in like 10 years. I'll eventually read them.
But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little book haul, and I also hope that I got to help you discover some new titles. It's always such a pleasure when I post some of these videos and people are like, oh, I'm adding that to my TBR, or when I get DMs on Instagram of people saying like, your latest video just made me add like 10 books to my cart. I love when I get to make you guys spend money like I did. I'm obviously kidding, but at the same time, like, I'm really glad that I can recommend some books and help some people discover new titles. And some of them might even become some of your favorites, which is always such a great feeling when I know that I helped someone discover one of their favorite books. Anywho, thank you so much for taking some time in your day to watch my content. It means the absolute world to me. If you liked today's video, you can leave a thumbs up. It is a great way to support, and if you would like to join the little Raindrops family, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post new book hauls where I spend way too much money. Just like this one. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.